What up everybody, Usanim here. And with Jayson Tatum officially confirmed to drop on Global in June 17, today we're diving into the man himself. And yo, he's actually so fun to use, not gonna lie. Tatum's ultimate is pretty unique. It's not a takeover like Curse Gravity, not a flashy shot like King Step, and not a fancy dribble move like Thunder Contact. Instead, it lets him switch between perimeter mode and post mode. Each mode has different stats too. Oh, and switching from perimeter to post also gives him a movement speed boost. Here are the stats for post mode, and here are the stats for perimeter mode. So yeah, post mode is more big man focused, while perimeter mode leans more towards guard or forward playstyle. But it's not just his stats, his moves changes too. In post mode, he can do a post up. If you release post up while moving the joystick left or right, it triggers the post up drive inside. He's also got a dunk that you can trigger with this button right here. It only works from 4 to 5 meters away from the rim. You can trigger a double pump by pressing it twice. When receiving the ball from a teammate, if you press post up, Tatum will try to initiate a bump. And his block success rate, rebound range, and rebound competitiveness slightly increases in post mode too. Now in perimeter mode, he gets access to this dribble move. The first part is a normal drive. Press drive again and he'll do a half spin. From there you've got a few options. Keep driving the same direction by pressing drive and moving the joystick the same way. Spin in the opposite direction by moving the joystick the other way while using drive. Pull back by moving the joystick away from the rim while using drive. Or drive in by moving the joystick towards the rim and using drive. He's also got the step back move that replaces the dunk button. It's his main weapon, and you can only use it inside the 3-point line. Now, when he receives a pass from his teammate, holding pass will initiate his triple threat. Here you can do jump steps and even trigger drives. Moving your joystick left and releasing pass as soon as the animation starts, you can drive left. Moving your joystick right and releasing pass, you can drive right. Moving the joystick towards the rim and releasing pass, you can drive inside. Or pull back the joystick away from the rim, you can trigger a signature shot. From my experience, this part of his kit is questionable. Sometimes it works, sometimes you just awkwardly walk like a noob. Hopefully they patch this. Defensively, his contest and hitbox slightly increases when you hold down defense. So, how do you switch between perimeter and post modes? You earn stacks by doing highlights, blocks, assists, scoring, steals, or loose ball. Each of those gives you 1 stack. Switching modes costs 1 stack. Or you could just spend 600 morale if you don't have any stack. Each stack also slightly boosts his attributes except for movement speed, block, and vertical. But mistakes like getting blocked, missing due to interference, throwing a failed long pass, or losing the ball from a steal lowers your stack by 1. You can also use his ultimate to recover from shake-off, but it'll cost you 1000 morale. Now for the talent, here are the ones that I recommend. First up, get this one. In post mode, it lets Tatum dunk or layup during a post-up drive by pressing the dunk button. Being 2 to 4 meters away from the rim gives you a dunk. 4 to 5 meters away triggers a layup. In perimeter mode, this lets him do a floater after driving inside from 2 to 5 meters. Next, grab this. In post mode, it lets him do a fade by pressing shoot at the start of a post-up drive. This switches him into perimeter mode and costs 1 stack. While in perimeter mode, after any drive, pressing shoot from 2 to 5 meters away from the rim triggers a layup or dunk. This switches him back to post mode. Then pick this. In post mode, it lets him do a quick fade after initiating a bump by pressing sprint. In perimeter mode, it lets him bump defenders who get too close when he's jabbing inside. After that, grab this one. It increases his block angle to 270 degrees in post mode and gives him more movement speed while holding defense in perimeter mode. And finally, pick this one. After performing a highlight, your next highlights will give you 2 stacks instead of 1. But if you mess up, it goes back to 1. Now for some combos, here are some that I like doing. Start with a drive, hit the half spin, then drive the opposite way and finish with a step back 3. It's a tough one to guard just because of how much ground it covers. You can also switch it up, then drive the same direction after the half spin and go into a step back. This next combo is great against bigs. While in perimeter mode, when receiving the ball from your teammates, hold pass to start the triple threat. Move the joystick towards the rim, release pass just as the job starts, then go straight into a dunk or a layup by pressing shot. Or you could just go for the 3 by jabbing to left or right, then half spin, then either drive in the same direction or the opposite into the step back 3. While in post mode, post up from 4 to 5 meters away from the rim. If the defender makes contact, drive inside and press dunk. Or you can back them down and release post up, move the joystick left or right and press shoot immediately to trigger a fade. If they don't engage and they're outside your interference range, just go straight into a fade. Try to take advantage of his dunk in post mode. The double pump catches a lot of people off guard. Also, when you get the ball in post mode, try bumping with post up and immediately fade. It's really effective. Defensively, if you're guarding a big man or playing as big, stay in post mode. If you're guarding a guard or forward, switch to perimeter mode. In my opinion, Tatum is the perfect forward. You can play him big if you're good at box outs. The upside is he can stretch the floor and most centers can't keep up with his speed. The downside, his rebounded block stats aren't as high. His 3-point shot is really accurate, but don't rely on it too much. He's way more versatile than just being a shooter. For a potential build, if you're running him as a big, go with in and out, gunfire, and anchor. Good balance between shooting and rebounding. If you're running him as a forward, I'd recommend to go with in and out, cannon, and patient shooter. For the partner, I picked the one that gives out 3 points. And before we jump into the gameplay, we finally hit 1,000 subs. I just want to say I really appreciate every single one of you who's been watching, liking, and commenting. Thank you so much for the support. It seriously means a lot. Alright, that's enough talk. Let's see the anomaly in action.